Hi and welcome back. Today I would love to talk to you about the 4 questions that you can ask yourself when you choose a specific market to go into. And you know, as business owners, we have this privilege really to choose who we want to work with, and we should really use the advantage of having this privilege, because you get to choose if you want to work with someone who is a little bit painful or someone who is a delight to work with. And so I have 4 questions that I use when we go into a new market, whether it's a new business or an existing business, but we're going into a new market. And the first question is, who do you like working with? So who do you enjoy working with? Who is fun to work with? And then the second question is just as important, and that is, where can you have the biggest impact, or for whom can you get the best results? So where can you make the biggest impact with your services or your products? And then the third question is, are these people looking for a solution? So do they actually want a solution for their challenge or their frustration or their problem, or they just want to talk about their frustration, challenge or problem without solving it? So you want to go into a market where people actually want to solve the challenge or problem or whatever their frustration is that you can solve for them. You don't want to be in a market where you have to constantly convince them that they want what you've got. You want to be somewhere where they actually want to have a solution. And number 4 is, you want to go into a market that can afford your services. So let's say if you are more premium, you have a more premium service or product, you want to go into a market that can afford that. Or recently we had one of our Clever Bunch members, actually, he loves working with young adults, with people that are going through some tough times, and they're young adults, they have hardly any money, and so he loves working with them, so he wanted to work with them. Now what we suggested is that that's great as a passion project. You're passionate about it, you definitely want to work with that market because you can help them. But if you're running a company, you might also find another market that can fund your passion project. So you basically find a market that can afford your services or your products, and then on the side you might do as a passion project, you might actually work with that young adult market that might not be able to afford your services. And that's a really good way to go about that sort of outcome for this specific business. Now, if you know someone who would benefit from this tip, please feel free to share it with them. And if you have any questions too, if any questions come to mind ever when you're watching our videos, feel free to send them through, because we love your questions and we will just maybe make a video tip just for your specific question, and you can send it to info@basicbananas.com. And as always, let us help creating even more ripple effects. Is it making or creating? I don't even know. Creating, maybe. Let's create ripple effects. And thank you for sharing the videos. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for engaging with our community. We are super grateful for every single one of you.